Hi, Sagittarius. This is Barda from Roosters, Peacock, on YouTube. Most of you guys know if you've been watching from Facebook, I started doing YouTube. I just thought, you know what, let's do a little change. So all you Facebook people, I am doing most of my readings. I'm going to be doing it on YouTube. So come on over to YouTube, and I've named it Roosters, Peacock, Tarot, even though I have the Rooster Peacock store here. All right, Sagittarius. So basically, I just thought, yesterday I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just see how y'all's vibing around New Year's Eve. Because I did a couple readings here. One was to see how everybody was sitting, and these are for groups too, so it's not going to apply to every Sagittarius, okay? So if it doesn't apply to you now, I am going to be, now I'll tell you here in a minute, I did get something a while ago, so it will go for a small select few, and I will be doing some love readings because I tell you what, there's a few Sagittarius that, yeah. And I don't normally do love readings, but people have been asking me, so I'm going to go ahead and do it for singles and couples. But there's a small group of you that really, yeah. I'll be doing them. I'll be finishing up these here pretty soon. I'm almost done, and then we'll get to those, I think, and then I'll be doing January's. All right, Sagittarius. Let's just see how it's vibing. With most of the zodiac signs, and as I'm taking and shuffling, I'm actually getting stuff already, but with most of the zodiac signs, everybody is not just sitting here in non-motion. They're actually progressing somehow. Every single zodiac sign. About a year ago, if you had followed me on Facebook, it was about a little over a year ago when I was working at the warehouses, and I said that everybody was going to go through a complete shift, a change. And those for the YouTubers that are new to me, I am a psychic. I've been reading for over 27 years, publicly for about 2.5. So this is nothing new for me. So anyway, if you can go back in those videos, and if it's not on the YouTube, I believe it is, you can go back and watch that one. I said everybody's going to go through a shift. Some are going to go through it faster, and they were going to be ending eras. There is quite a few signs that are ending eras. Like eras as in, okay, so I have a pattern, every person has a pattern. They go through shifts, just like example. I'll take it. Yep. Okay. That's what I thought. I was doing this earlier, and I'm going to go back to what I was saying. For Sagittarius, this small group of Sagittarius, and what this is, it's just kind of a focal point, kind of where's your head sitting? And like I said, it's going to go for a small group. It's not going to go for every Sagittarius, but everybody is kind of sitting back going, evaluating life itself. And some are putting it into action before the New Year's even coming too. All right. You've got, don't let your past hold you back. So a lot of you have got your past on your mind, and you're like, there's another one. And again, I did say, I feel it strongly, and it just doesn't change. Signs are no longer letting their past hold them back. It's kind of like, it's no longer serving you. It's no longer, there's no more purpose. And a lot of the stuff that people are letting go is, and I'm not being cold on this, so don't get this wrong. It is not, what is a thought and a feeling to you could still feel real. You know what I mean? But to somebody else, it's just, okay, well, why don't you get over that? Why don't you just, let it go? Okay, actually, Sagittarius, this is another group. What I just say, people are just, they're starting their new eras. Now, I don't feel like entitling this in a new era because, like I said, there was 3 other signs so far that they've already jumped on to starting a new era. They're done with the crap. They're done with it. And don't get me wrong, there has been tons of stuff that is out of your hands that you cannot stop, that adds even more pressure. There has been sad stuff. I mean, everybody has had a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so we're not talking about that. We're talking about the internal stuff that people have been trying to work on. I'll get to these here in a minute. It's stuff like that, and stuff that you kind of like, you either put it on the back burner, or Sagittarius, and I'm not being cruel on this one because there's quite a few signs. Every sign, every human being is capable of doing it. But this is why I want to do the love reading on Sagittarius, because this is not for all of you, but there's a couple of you that's got some shady stuff going on. Just because you just don't, and like I said, not every Sagittarius is sitting right here where don't let your past hold you back. They're not progressing on it. And in that video a while back ago when I was working at the warehouses, And they said, oh, you might have COVID, so you have to stay home. And I was like, I am not going to sit here bored. I'm going to do something because I can't sit still. And I did. And I was sitting there and you know what? I got it right then and there. People are either going to fight the shift, where it's supposed to bring out the better version of yourself. Either you're going to learn from the past, whether it was your fault or not. Because that's the problem, is a lot of people are sitting here blaming themselves, even subconsciously, not realizing they're doing it, blaming themselves for the past. They have no, it's not your responsibility, but in your subconscious, you're not, it's like present. You know what I mean? It affects everything. And sometimes it is the subconscious. Conscious, excuse me. But at this point, whatever this is about for this group right here, don't let your past hold you back. It's very conscious. This group of Sagittarius is very conscious about it. And I keep talking about the love portion on it. So for some of you, it's going to apply for that one. So for those that it applies for love and you're not doing any shady stuff, that's good. You're progressing in the right way. In that video, I did say, like I said, I'll tell you what, I was wearing a red top and I was sitting in my bedroom. So if you want to watch that one, there's some predictions. It was like a year and a half ago. In that one right there, I said that people were, and I felt it strongly and I still feel it. If you don't fight the shift, this is the shift that's going on for everybody, every sign. And each sign's going to do it a little bit different. Yours is also, you're not letting the past hold you back. This is for the group who's no longer going to sit there. This is the ones who are progressing. There will be a group of Sagittarius, I guarantee, that are not progressing and they're doing it more of in a negative way, which that's why I feel like pulling the love part where it's kind of the shady stuff, because they're numbing and dulling it. But I'm not going to go there right now. I'll do a love reading, 2-part love reading on that. It might end up being 4. I'm not sure. Okay. So anyway, let's focus on this one for the ones who are not anymore allowing your past to hold you back. Okay. Now, it could actually involve a Gemini person. Quite possibly. See the Gemini? If it does not, your information here is communication is the key. Now, this is definitely around New Year's Eve. This is just kind of a check-in to see how you're vibing, where you're going when you're taking and trying to, not trying. You're not letting the past hold you back anymore. You're getting past it. I don't feel that you're rushing into the new year. And I tell everybody, you're not rushing into the new year going, oh, you know what? I'm a new me. No. This is taking some time. This is taking some work for this group of Sagittarius, and they are working hard. Whatever a part of this life of your life that it applies to, you're very close to achieving your goal. You're almost there. So, like I said, yeah, that's what I thought a while ago. Duality. It's not just the Gemini, it's the duality. So you've been going back and forth. And what that means is well, actually, for some of you, I'm just told to tell you duality, whatever that means to you, which means kind of going back and forth. If that applies to love or how you think about things, apply it how you will. But this one right here saying, don't let your past. I am at the shop, so I have people knocking. Hi. Okay, I'm live on video. What can I do for you? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so don't let your past hold you back. Sorry, I do have a shop here, so there will be people that will be coming. I'm usually open. Okay, don't let your past hold you back. And so we have right here, for this group right here, it's kind of like no longer going back. The duality, like, Gemini is a dual personality, 2 different, that's the twins. Or it can involve a Gemini person, but I feel it's more along the duality, the word duality. Don't let your past hold you back, and you're no longer. So this is about a group of Sagittarius that you're not just, there was one zodiac sign that was more going within and looking within themselves. This is not just so much that you're just not doing it anymore. You've already decided, okay, I'm going to do whatever it is, whatever goal, that's what I'm going to do. You're no longer just sitting there within, like there was one sign, it had the Hermit, where they were kind of looking down, but they hadn't found that light. Oh, I think that was Pisces. No, you're not doing that anymore. That's not where it's at. And you're not going to keep doing the teeter-totter back and forth. It's not going to happen. This is not going to hold you back. This is a go. And your go is for February. I'm not sure what that means to you, but February is a go. Okay, yes, I hear it. All right, you got the hand. It says in need of help, assistance, and guidance. But also to me, when it says don't let your past hold you back, it also is, for me, it's instantly when I saw the hand, yeah, it's talking about there will be assistance and guidance that comes in. Somewhere you will find it. Sometimes, you know, for some of you, it could be just stumbling upon this video. Okay, I'm not saying mine's anything special. I'm just saying each time that you come on somewhere, there's synchronicities. Okay, maybe there was something that made you decide, okay, maybe I need to listen to this. All right, and it doesn't matter when you're listening to it. If you listen to it right then and there, whether it's mine or somebody else's, and you're like, hey, that hits home, that's kind of your guidance and your, hey, you know, I'm on the right track. It's kind of like a backup. It's like a backup singer of the universe, you know. That's how I look at it. It could be even signs of like, okay, mine are hawks. You know, I know when something is coming to a completion. Example, when I'm talking about eras and stuff like that, I'll see hawks. There are warnings. There are signs of good things coming to me, but I'll see signs. Okay, same with when you're looking at stuff like this, or if you're watching a reader and stuff like that. Don't always just shuck it off to the side. Now, if you get on here and you're listening to somebody and you're like, that doesn't sound like me, then it don't. Okay, don't even, because don't read more into it. Okay, just take, and even if you can't take anything, you know, some people vibe with people, some people don't. All right, but this one right here, if you did and you're Sagittarius and this sounds like you, this right here, there will be either a helping hand of some kind or some kind of guidance. And like I said, for some of you, you stumbled upon this. Here is your confirmation that you're on the right track. For others of you, there will actually be people involved that's going to actually assist you with this. Okay, what's that? Okay, there we go. All right, we are not going to get too far into this. All right. That one wanted to come up too. Yeah, this is going to be for like the January. I'm not going to go too far because like I said, this is just a check-in to see if you guys, you know, who's on what path and where they're going. And you guys are on a good path because you're not stuck. This is not a stuck path. You guys are moving. There is motion. Even if you're sitting there, there's still motion. You've already decided in your head, you're not letting the past hold you back. Okay, direction will open up, period. All right, now I've got some stuff here, but I'm not going to get too detailed in it. Like I said, it's just a real quick check-in so I can get the signs done. All right, this could just be simple. Let me see here. Let me look at it before I start rattling on. Oh, I was talking about New Year's Eve. And it came up for a couple other signs too. And I'm pulling the one out of the middle because that's the first one I got. And it was muddled, unclear thinking. Okay, so it's just a cautionary card, or you have been in that stage, but I think it's more of a cautionary card. Yeah, I'm not going to go too far into it. And actually, I can read, actually, okay, yes, that sounds right, feels right. Okay. Okay. And for others of you, okay, the first message is for some of you, it's muddled, unclear thinking. It's around New Year's Eve. It's what's kind of going through your brain. So, you know, not judging, you know, if you do you're celebrating, it happens. But there's also another meeting for another group here, or another set of Sagittarius, where I read the muddled, unclear thinking. And what this is actually, it's showing me that muddled, unclear thinking about not letting your past hold you back. It says you're very close to achieving your goal. This is actually for those of you who've had a job or a raise or something like that on your mind, something very important that's dear to you that actually will bring you the money bag that has been on your mind. You're waiting for news, package, and letter. I do feel around New Year's Eve, you're still waiting for that, but it looks like it's in the right direction. Okay, that's a message for somebody, and this is live, so sometimes I pick up on people who's on here, okay? So you still will be sitting there waiting for that letter. That one's for this one. Okay, yep. So, and that's the middle suggestion. I get it. So it's picking up on groups. And if you guys haven't seen me on Facebook or you haven't reviewed some of my videos, the way it works is I say groups because there's thousands and thousands of every zodiac sign. Not every single reading is right for every single person, right? No. So sometimes I will pick up on what I call groups, because there are people that are the same zodiac sign that are going through the very similar things, right? So you pick out what applies to you, and you just don't even, like I said before, don't pick apart, try to get more out of it. Don't do that. Okay, so that's one group here, which means this applies to somebody on here, okay? Some Sagittarius, and the way it works too, is you could be cross-watching, which means you could be a, I don't know, Libra watching for a Sagittarius, wondering what's going on and stuff like that. You know, how they're going to be sitting. All right, it can apply. So apply it how you will. Okay, so anyway, this is one right here. This one right here is going to blend them all together, because this is a suggestion for you Sagittarius for New Year's to kind of settle your brain down, because you have been putting in that work to don't let your past hold you back. You've been working really hard at it. Okay, something important such as a new job or raise. Yes, I'm aware I've already read these, but I'm recapping real quick. And then waiting for a news package or letter. I still feel like you're going to be waiting. I do think it's around, I'm hearing January 3rd, and I'm hearing news, okay? Anyway, and it's talking about muddled, unclear thinking, and it's talking about New Year's Eve. Now, that could be you've had problems, and actually, it could also be, do you see the forest? Now, I'm going to read this two different ways, so it's going to be hard to keep track of it and keep up with me on this one, because I talk fast once I get ideas, once I start hearing stuff, and I'm hearing. Okay, so muddled, unclear thinking, but I'm seeing the forest. Then it snapped me to the forest. And the forest here, what I'm looking at is it's been real thick. And I'm sorry, if you're into a forest, don't you get lost really quick sometimes? I mean, if you cannot sit there and look at that sun and use it like a compass, can you not get lost very quickly? Okay, so all this right here with this, it's become muddled, unclear thinking because of the situation. It's kind of become like a burden. But it's also talking about at the same time, don't let your past hold you back. This could be money issues as well. But just to let you know, with that situation right there, I was hearing January 3rd. Okay, not that everything's going to be complete. I'm hearing February 18th for something along those lines. Okay, on the right path. So whoever that applies to, that is part of it. That's one group. Now we're going to switch to the other one. And then I'm going to give you a message for both of these groups. The next one, the next group of Sagittarius. Don't be tempted to okay, I see where this is going. Did I not tell you there was going to be a love one, but I'm not going to do it. I ain't going to do it, because I'm going to do an actual love one for you guys. And don't be surprised if I do what's called the dirty. I do a dirty reading, which means I'm going to out some that are doing some not so hot stuff. And then I'm going to do, if I do one of those, I will do a nicer one. But I'm telling you, I'm picking up on some dirty, some Sages are doing, no doubt. And I'm blunt. Okay. I think, and I'm just going to cap it real quick here, apply it how you will. I don't think it's business. I really do think this has to do with relationship, or it's how this group of Sagittarius is feeling. Your warning is red flags. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Also, remember, New Year's Eve, are you not possibly going out? Okay, so that love reading, I may try to, okay, Leos, I'm supposed to be doing Leos. Sagittarius, I'm going to do yours next as far as the love readings. I think I'll hit those before I hit January's, because I'm telling you what, there's going to be possibly some mistakes. Not all you, but there are some of you that's going through some stuff, and you're about to make some mistakes that you are going to sit here and go, my God, what did I do? Okay, not all of you. So this is a totally different group. I had a feeling it was going to show up. Red flags, okay? If you're sitting here and these are the ones where you're not letting your past hold you back, but it's still weighing you down, and it's still emotionally upsetting you. And it's going to show New Year's Eve if you choose to go out. And I'm not saying hole yourself up in your house. Do not do that. But be careful of how much muddled thinking you get. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Be very careful. And pay attention if you're going out on, with friends or people you barely know. Be careful what goes into your drinks. Pay attention. I don't care if you're man or woman. Be careful. For this group of Sagittarius, something very schwanky is not right here. Okay, I picked up on that immediately before I even started this reading. I even got it last night. I was going to do these readings, part of the love readings last night, and I got it last night. And I don't do that. All right. Warning of a problem. Oh, what did I just say? Warning of a problem either now or in the near future. I'm telling you, this problem is preventable. So Leo and Sag will be the love readings I do first. Okay. All right. And this is not just going to, this is not, and it's not showing me love, but I'm seeing the frying pan. Okay. And right here is the money path. It's kind of like, and this is New Year's Eve. This is around New Year's Eve. It's kind of like I get there on New Year's Day and it's like, what, and I do cuss, what in the living hell did I just freaking do? Okay. For this group right here, yeah, that's about where we're at with that one. So I will be doing those readings. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. See, that's the thing. Is for this group right here, I think you're going to be very extremely stressed out. You've been working really, really hard. You've been working, but you still have your past, whether it has to do with money or not. And these are the ones where I guarantee the love thing's going to come up, but I don't think it's necessarily per se for a lot of you going to be love. Get it? Some of y'all is about to make some mistakes, and I don't do this. I'm not putting fear in people. I've been getting this, and this is for a small group of Sagittarius, small group. And you probably, and it's probably the ones that keep popping on here watching this. And you're all like, oh, God, I have a tendency to kind of not remember what I do. Yeah, I have a feeling. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, trouble, accusations, warning you of a problem, and pointing the finger. See, somebody's going to point the finger. Yeah, it was them. Yeah, I'm in the frying pan. Okay. So I'm not going to go too far with that. But for that group right there that has a tendency to kind of drop their money, and usually the money path is a good thing, but this one for this group right here, it's kind of, this one's not. I read a path with money is waiting for you, but that's not really what it is. This is kind of like you're losing not everything. Get New Year's Eve for you. The stuff from the past. It could involve a Gemini person, but it doesn't necessarily have to. It also is talking about you do need to relax, but it's been so stressful that this group of Sagittarius is going to take it to the extreme. Okay, this one over here, cool. You got it. You're coming out of it. This one here, you can come out of it, but you don't have an off button sometimes, or you have to watch what's going on when you're out. Okay, I'll get more into it because I'm going to do a love reading on that one, and even on that one, because it's not talking about your money necessarily. It's not like you're going to lose some money though. All right. And like I said, I don't do fear readings. This is not a fear reading, but this is a warning reading. Pay attention to your New Year's Eve. Okay. So I am going to write that down. I'm pretty much done with this one right here. Scorpio is next. I'm going to write this down. Then I'm going to do Leo, and then I'm going to do the love reading for Sagittarius, because I tell you, that one's kind of got me wondering what the heck. So I must be picking up their Sagittarius up here that's watching this, that has a tendency to do this. So, okay, before I close out on this one, taking a vacation physically or mentally. And that was for both of the groups. And what I mean by the groups, there's different Sagittarius. And like I said, you have to understand, I'm almost thinking with the second group right here, this one right here, they're not letting the past hold you back. This one's like, I'm not going to let the past hold me back. I'm going to go out and be me and this and that, or whatever happens. I'm just kind of guessing right now. This is not a psychic thing. I'm just kind of playing this one out because I've kind of seen some flashes in my head, like a video. But actually they haven't quite got the past. It's like there's still flashes. It's like still triggers. And that's kind of what happens. They kind of get in a bad spot. So be careful going out and enjoy yourself. Just be very, very careful. All right. But long story short, your past is not going to be holding you back very long. I gave you the dates for the first group. And we will be getting into the Januaries. I'm definitely going to get those love readings out though. All right, guys, Scorpio is next. It's awesome talking to y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.